for me, like I've taken, a million courses from different gurus of teaching different things and marketing and everything else. And the theme that comes across in all of them is taking massive action. Perfectionism is a fancy procrastination. And I noticed that like these other people that I know that I'm smarter than them, I'm like, man, this guy's dumb as a bag of rocks. Yeah. They're being successful. And I was like, what is the difference between me and them? It's that they're taking action.
Welcome to the Inner Forge Podcast, Friday edition. This is your host, Cartwright Morris. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, I'd ask for a big favor. If you would, jump on minnerforge.com/review the podcast. There'll be a survey, a little Google Doc survey to click on, and give me some feedback. I'd love to hear just how I'm doing, how it's resonating with you, what makes sense, what's good, what's bad. I promise I won't get too mad, too upset. But if you would do that, just jump on minnerforge.com/review the podcast. Okay, today let's jump in. The episode 78 with Stephen Lentz. Stephen had a lot to say, a lot about different topics. I think he's lived a lot of life. His story is very interesting. But the quote that I had today was really interesting, just the massive effort part. I think I've probably learned that the hard way. I shouldn't say hard way. I've probably avoided that. Like he said, procrastination perfection is fancy procrastination or lazy procrastination. I kind of spoke over him, so I'm sorry I may have missed that. I think he said it both ways, but it's very true. Either way you look at it, when we're wanting things to be perfect before we move forward, it's just procrastination. That's all it is. The ability to take that massive effort, willing to take risks, willing to fail, willing to learn as we go, that's life in itself. Actually, today I had a great coaching session with one of my clients. I won't go into too many details, but needless to say, there was hesitancy for him to make a decision, and when looking down the decision, and his intentions were good, but there was hesitancy, worrying about what people would think, worrying about what it would look like, if it's the good idea or not, and by all accounts, absolutely. He was just worried what other people might think, what it'll look like in society context. And as someone who wasted a lot of years worrying about what other people thought, and didn't take that massive effort because of what I thought others might be thinking, I wasted a lot of years. I didn't get to live a lot of life. You will lose out on life if you're one of the main influencers in your life is what other people will think. It's best just to make the moves, whether that's in business, relationships, family. I think in a lot of different areas. I think society, in some ways there's some positive peer pressure in that we don't do some pretty harmful things, but for the most part, if we are able to analyze our intentions and our desire for healthy outcomes, not just for ourselves, for others, we can literally make decisions and go, let me just go for it and see what happens. I'll probably end up learning a lot. I think if we got the support of the people that matter most around us, we probably shouldn't be worried about what a bunch of other people think. We should worry about what those people close to us and what we think, and learn to analyze our intentions really well. So I just encourage you today, take that massive effort. And what's beautiful a lot of ways in America is, the people that make those big risks, those big decisions, it's generally not the smartest, the most prepared, or even who has the biggest leg up in a lot of ways. It's more has to do with people's willingness to give it just the good old college try, which seems foolish to even call it that these days. Speaking of college, but so there's something about security that we just we overanalyze. We look too closely at, we depend too much on, and we're not willing to take risks just to see how much capacity we really have, how much potential we really have, really push those limits. When you're really desperate or when you're feeling that real urgency in life to make things happen, you end up finding a lot about yourself. You find out a lot of good and bad. So, yeah, today I just recommend, if there's something you're mulling in your mind, and one of the things, the choices to go is massive effort to go after something, I say recommend doing that. I just encourage you today, just make that change. Go for it. Don't hold back. There's a chance it probably won't work out, but guess what? You'll probably learn a freaking lot, and you'll probably be a better person at the end of it. You may not be, have deep pockets or super successful or be happy initially, but down the road you'll become a more healthy, stronger, mentally tough, more prepared human being for what's coming in life, for actual good thing that you actually really need. And you find out more what you want. I think that's probably the best one, is when I started actually trying things, I found out more of what I really, really wanted. The things I had no idea that I wanted. So, yeah. And so let me in on this. Might as well just give a plug for me. If you're trying to mull one of those decisions, just go to CalvertAssociates.com, schedule an appointment with me, Cartwright Morris. This is what I do for a living. People dealing with discontentment, restlessness, or even hopelessness in life. How do we address the things we need to address so that we answer those tough questions that those three things are asking? I guarantee they're asking something. They're saying something to you about what you need to do next. So, yep. You can go to mentorforge.com/coaching-men, or you can go to calvertassociates.com. I'm a coach here in Birmingham, but I also do virtual sessions as well. So please check those out, and look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for listening.